What's up, YouTube, man? I got a story to tell y'all because this is a reminder to have faith. I got to tell y'all this little quick story, bro. I got to tell you this story. Just listen. Sit back, grab your popcorn, and listen. Because it all started on Monday. See, I have to have my badge to clock in and work, right? And I have to have my badge to get in the door, right? So all I remember was me having my badge last on Monday leaving work. I was rushing out for some reason. I don't even know what happened. But I was rushing out for some reason on Monday because I had something to do after work. I think I had to go. I think I pulled up on my cousin. Something was happening. I don't remember. But I know I was at my cousin's house after that. But I don't know what happened. But I thought I had my badge. Rushing out. I done fucked around and dropped my badge. Because the next day I wake up, I get to the door. Lil' shawty there. She look kind of good though, I ain't gonna cap. She was at the door looking at me, thinking I had a badge. And you know me, I'm trying to flex. I'm trying to flex. I'm like, you know what? Let me show her this access. Let me show her this power. It reached in my vest. I'm like, oh, my badge ain't right here. That's usually where my badge be at. Let me see if I put it somewhere else. Reached in my other pocket. Didn't have my badge. So me and her just looking at each other, and I'm just like, I don't know what to tell shawty. Like, I ain't got my badge. So she just run the doorbell. Somebody came to the door. Walked inside, walked up to the thing to clock in, and I'm like, fuck, I can't even clock in. Don't have my badge. So now I'm starting to worry. I'm like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get paid? How am I supposed to get my money? I don't have my badge. I can't get my money without my badge because how they gonna know I'm here? So the day went by. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go to work and just do what I do. Anyways, my bad. Messages came through, but look. See, look, it done distracted me. Damn, hold on. Let me get back to it. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. So I had just went to work, went on about my day, did what I had to do. Then I left work. As I was walking out, I'm in my head like, how am I going to get fucking paid for today, bro? How am I going to get paid? All in my head. I'm like, how am I going to get paid? What the hell am I supposed to do? I'm going to work for free. I'm mad as fuck because I'm like, hey, bro, if I'm going to slave, let me get my check then. God damn. But at the same time, I can't even get it because I ain't got my badge, bro. Shit had me mad. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyways, so I just got in my car. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, bro. Let me just go home, bro. I just wanted to go home and lay down, bro. Tuesday, I went home. I don't even remember what happened Tuesday. I just remember I just chilled. Did what I had to do. Followed my little routine. Yeah, went to sleep, yada, yada. Woke up the next day. It's Wednesday. Got to work. It's cold as fuck in the morning. Didn't have my badge. So guess what I had to do? Stand outside in the cold. Did I complain? Hell no. I just sat there. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here. It is what it is. I lost my badge. What can I do? What can I do? That's the big question I always ask myself now. What can I do? I couldn't fight against life. I couldn't fight against what was going on because I realized in my head, okay, this is the flow of the universe. What is God trying to tell me? So I sat back and just let everything play out. So I was just ringing the doorbell, waiting for somebody to come get it. They came and got me. I walked in, walked around that corner, went to work. Wasn't even really thinking about the badge. I'm like, damn, something's missing. But it's like I wasn't really even thinking about it. So I just went on to work and just did my regular day at work. At the end of the day, all of a sudden, I did pop in my mind. It was like, write your time down and give it to the people and tell them to give you your money. And I'm like, okay. Wrote it down for Tuesday and wrote it down for Wednesday. Walked up to the boss. Was like, here, bro. I got my time. I lost my badge. Boss said, okay, did you check your car? Did you check all that? I said, yep, did all that. Still can't find my badge. And he was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to turn this in to the other boss. We going to get you situated. Easy as fuck. I'm like, damn, that was easy. Okay, yeah, cool. So I did that, walked out, went home, did the same regular shit, my routine, yada, yada. Went on about my night. Woke up the next day again. Thursday. Thursday. Went to work. Same shit happened again. Walked in. No, I didn't walk in because I had to ring the doorbell because I ain't have my badge. So I had to sit there again, sit outside, wait for somebody to come get the dough. But this time, guess what? I didn't wait on somebody to come get the dough. This time, somebody was already at the door with their badge. So they opened the door and I just walked in with them. Quite easy, right? Quite easy. It was so easy. I just walked in with them. So I walked in, went on about my day, went to work, cooling, chilling at work. Wasn't even thinking about my badge. This time, I wasn't even thinking about turning in a time or thinking about my money. I wasn't even thinking about none of that shit. I was literally just enjoying my day. I was just in the present moment, just being relaxing. I was just relaxed. I was like, you know what? It is what it is because I've already accepted that I lost my badge. What can I do? The lady that was with my boss, she said she was going to talk to them to give me another badge. She was going to let them know. And I was okay with that. I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's what life wanted me to do. So I just let the universe flow. So Thursday, like I said, went to work, did what I had to do, got done with work, and I just left. I didn't even turn in no paper to say I was there. I just left. I don't know what made me do that. I didn't even give a fuck about it anymore, bro. I just walked out, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going home. Went home, did my regular scheduled routine, did all that, yada, yada. Woke up again the next day. It's Friday. Yippee, still no badge. Walked up to the door. Still got in easy as fuck again. I'm like, damn. The other day, it was just hard for me to get in. But now it's like, it's easy. See? I'm going to tell you about it at the end of the story. But wait, let me finish telling the story. Like I said, I walked in, easy. Walked past that clock, looked at it, didn't even say nothing. I just looked at it and I was like, just kept walking. Went on to work. But mind you, these last 3 days, I wasn't even doing my regular job. Let me put this in. I wasn't even doing my regular job. I was working on the floor. I usually be driving and stuff, but my machine was down. My machine was down. But I didn't even give a fuck. I just let it be. But Friday, for some reason, everybody was like, your machine still broke, bro. I didn't even see it. Yada, yada, yada. Everybody was chatting in my ear about it. I didn't even care. I just let it be. Out of the blue, here comes my machine. Fast, fixed. Here I am back on my machine. So I'm feeling good. I'm like, yeah, I got my regular job. I'm whipping that shit. I'm whipping the fuck out my machine, bro. Mario Kart and that shit. I don't care. I be whipping the hell out that bitch. Mario Kart. But I'm back on my machine. I'm having a good day, you feel me? I'm in the present moment, allowing myself to be. Still not thinking about my badge. And this is the crazy part. It's at the end of the day when I'm going on break. I swear, my boss came up to me and was like, check your phone for the time to see if they put in the time. I checked it. The person didn't even put in the time yet. So he was like, I'm going to talk to him and tell him to put in the time. I'm going to text him, whatever he said, yada, yada. Yeah. So, again, like I said, I was going on my last break before the day was over. And I walked outside, and I was just outside chilling, just sitting with myself and play. I was just sitting. It was like I was just meditating right there. I don't know why I was doing it, but I was just sitting. And then something just made me get up and just walk to the door. And the lady that be with the boss, she came up and was like, here, you can use my badge. I used the badge, but I guess I used it, but I waited too late because I was giving her back her badge and I tried to open the door and it was still locked. So I was like, damn. I had to turn around. I was like, can I use the badge again? She was finna get out. And then all of a sudden, magically, a nigga came to the door and opened the badge. I mean, I said open the badge. Open the door. I didn't even ring the doorbell. I didn't even do nothing, bro. They opened the door. And I'm like, oh, shit, appreciate it. I'm like, how you know I was at the door? He was like, oh, I don't even know. So I just walked in, and he was like, where's your badge? I'm like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I lost it. I don't even know. He was like, hold on. Pulled my badge out his pocket. Pulled my badge out his pocket. And was like, oh, bro, I found your badge. I found it some days ago, but I forgot about it. I'm looking at him like, how the fuck you forgot about my badge? In my head, but at the same time, I didn't even care. I was just happy. I got my badge back so I can get paid. So I was like, hey, bro, it's all good, bro. Fist bump, gave him a fist bump. I'm like, we got to the door, and we both was like, what a coincidence. But the whole time, he thinking it's a coincidence. The whole time, I'm like, it was God. God was reminding me to have faith this whole time, because let me give you the backstory before this. I've been feeling stuck lately. I've been feeling like nothing's been working for me lately. I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I've been feeling stuck. But this is good, because everybody has to feel this feeling before you enter into a new season. So this whole thing that happened was just reminding me to have faith. God was right there with me through that whole scenario. And God was like, just have faith, bro. Even in the forklift situation, when everybody was chatting in my ear, I didn't let the chatter get to me. I had my mind focused on one thing, being in the present moment and just letting it be. And then my forklift just magically came to me. It's like I attracted it all to me when I just let everything be. When I just had faith, God brought it to me. And this is how we have to approach life. You just have to have faith and allow God to work. Allow God to work. I'll allow God to work in these situations. And I wasn't even aware of it at the time of me allowing God to work. I just naturally did it. It was just natural. That's the thing. It was like God made that situation happen to show me that the power that faith has. And it's crazy how it happened and played out right in the moment where I needed a message of what do I do, because I feel stuck. So now I'm trusting God and having faith. And I have to have faith with everything I do, even with what I want to attempt, my goals and everything. I have to remember, let it be, and have faith. Just let it be. Just let it be. And I'm glad that this happened. I'm glad that this happened, because it showed me that I truly am faithful, that I can have faith. That God is showing me that I have faith within me. That there's nothing wrong going on. I just need to be in the moment and be present with myself. The only reason I felt stuck is because I was all in my mind. But now I'm looking at it from a different situation, and now I'm just in the moment. I'm just like, today, for the whole day, I just sat with myself, and I've just been present with myself. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just here. And I felt so at peace, because I'm just like, nothing's really wrong. It's just all things that's playing in my mind. That's going to be for another video. That's another video I'm finna record. But things was just playing in my mind. It just was stories I was telling myself. The stories we tell ourselves is what we experience. But if you tell yourself no stories, there's an infinite possibilities of experiences by God. You will be at peace with life no matter what, if you just let it be. And I was at peace with every situation that was happening in front of me. And look how God worked. I kid you not. Experience. I kid you not, bro. This is a reminder, bro. Just have faith. That's all you could do. When you feeling like you stuck, just have faith. What can I Dab, what can I tell you? But give me a fist bump. I see y'all in another video. Peace out.